My name is Davis Chenge, KCB Rugby. Rugby started, that was when I was in Form 1. That's the first time that I got to touch the rugby ball. I was in Bungoma High School. Bungoma High School is a very rich rugby culture, so it is one of the biggest sports in the school.
Bringing him from Western Bull was a decision that was made because that is the time we were going through transitions. We needed some guys to cover up for some of our old guys who are retirement, were going for retirement. So when David came in, he played his role. He was able to uplift the team.
My first experience with him is when we were training for the 7th circuit when I made the debut here in KCB. The guy was big. He was running at me. Yeah, I tackled him, of course. But yeah.
I played football the better part of my primary school life. That is the sport that I love the most. I played a bit of hockey and volleyball as well. But then going into high school, I went there knowing that I was going to play football. But then getting to watch rugby, I started developing a curiosity for it. And slowly by slowly, the interest started growing in me. So by the end of Form 1, not necessarily the end of Form 1, the end of the first term in Form 1, Bungoma High School had a inter-classes competition every end of the term. So by default, our class had to have a team. And I was one of the biggest guys in the team, in the class. So that's how I found myself in the rugby pitch for the first time. Yes, so I played rugby for the class in Form 1, but then I didn't have enough courage to join the team because by then, when we were in Form 1, the guys who were, the older guys then were like, they were really big. Some of them looked like parents, but they were still in high school, so it was a little bit scary joining the team. So for Form 1 and Form 2, I only played interclasses, but then the other time I would play football. But then in Form 3, that's when I got the courage to now join the school team. So Form 1 East, with Bungoma High School, when you started East, you're going to be East all the way. So it was Form 1 East all the way to Form 4 East. So I think the people that I should mention that probably had a big part to play in me gaining the interest in rugby was one Samuel Ofafa. I think some people might know him because after high school he went on to play Kenya Sevens for a short while. He was also played also for Impala for a while before he eventually hung his boots. I think in my opinion, he hung his boots too early. I think he would have been one of the greatest rugby players in Kenya right now, alongside the likes of Collins. Also, in my dorm cube, I used to share a cube with the school captain. It was called James Wanzia. Yeah, so I was, like I said, I was relatively big for Form 1. So he used to try to encourage me to go play the game, but as I said, I didn't have the courage, so I would just go and watch. That's how I started getting interest in the game. Also, there was Mike Wanjala. Mike Wanjala used to play for Strathmore. He also played for Kenya Sevens, yes, Twin Jams. Yes, those are the guys. There was some other guy called Jimson. There were some other guys who I think they played club rugby for a short while, but then most of them hung their boots. So, but those are the, let's say, 3 notable names that really helped me gain interest in the game. Onsom came way after me. Yeah, I think he was 2 classes behind me. So in high school, maybe let me just take you back a bit. I think my getting into the main team was a little bit dramatic. I think I remember it was a visiting day, and normally we wouldn't have anything during the day, the whole day. So people are free to do their own things. People go play, maybe hang out and wait for your parents to come. So for me, I chose to go and play touch rugby. And as you know, one thing with high school, touch rugby never ends as touch rugby. Yes, so let's start as touch rugby, and then before you know it, it's full contact. So yes, I started playing touch rugby. It turned into a contact game. So I remember there's a point that I got the ball on the wing, and of course there was space, and I was running, and then there was this very diminutive guy called, I think he's called Wesley Omwenga. He was small, but then he had started playing rugby, immediately got to high school. So he was a class lower than me, but then for him, he had played rugby, immediately joined. So he had, say, a years of experience of rugby. So, but then in my mind, I thought, this is a very small guy, I can just run over him. So I just ran hard. The next thing, I was in there, and I found myself landing very hard on the ground. And then at that moment, I started questioning my decisions. So I survived through the rest of the game, but then I didn't get into that pitch again for about a week or so. So the guys kept asking me what had happened, why wasn't I going for training anymore. But after that 1 week, I made up my mind. I said, let me go and just play this game. Looks like a fun game to play. So that's when I started getting now serious with playing. So I didn't get the right mark to go straight to JAB. So you had to find a university for me to go for parallel for my university studies. So I applied to a number of schools, but then a number of universities. But then in each of these universities, I used to make sure that they had rugby. Yeah, and one of the schools was Masinde Muliro University, and I knew they had rugby because there's a time they had come to play at our school for some tournament, and I saw how they were playing, and I thought also they're just close by in Western, so it'd be easy for me. And I think my mother had a few friends who tried to get me space in Baraton University as well. So I got both the 2 offers for Baraton and Most. So looking at these 2 options, Baraton, yes, was a good school. I knew I'll get a good quality education, but the rugby was non-existent. So I opted to go for Most. But then I didn't tell my mother that I want to go to Most because of rugby. Because I think by then my mother will see that as me going to waste my time, because as much as she played sport at some point in her life, she didn't take sport that seriously, and she also had seen how much I loved sport. She was a little bit scared that probably I might it might make me lose maybe focus of what I want to achieve in life. So I lied to her, not necessarily lied, but I pointed out to her that since I'm going on private sponsored program, and I still have my other siblings coming after me, they will need to pay fee for. Marathon's fee was slightly high. So I told her most would be the best option because first of all, the fee is slightly lower. It's in Kakamega. Kakamega is where my mother was born, so her family is there. So I also told her it's easier that you have your family there, so it will be easier for me settling. But in the back of my mind, I knew one of the reasons why I want to go to Most is because Most has rugby. So that's how I ended up in Masina Muliro University. I studied a Bachelor of Science in Information Technology. Yes, that's a degree I took for 4 years. So when I was joining Most, Western Bulls wasn't there. So we were playing as a Most FC. So I played for Most in 2009, 2010. But then I think the school didn't support rugby that much. I think they probably by then favored basketball more. So we didn't get the best support. Sometimes we were forced to fund ourselves to go for games. But then we still were playing very well. We were very good contenders in the 7th circuit. So in the rugby scene, we had made a name for ourselves, but then we weren't getting the support that we felt we needed to be the best. So at the end of the season, usually was a Super Series, the Boy Super Series, and since we didn't have a big team in Western region, so Kisumu and Most will combine to form Western Buffaloes. So we used to combine to play as Western Buffaloes in the Super Series. So we played in 2009. We didn't win any game, but we put up a good fight, and that made KRU develop some interest in Western rugby. So by then, the chairman by then was Mwangi Mule. So they thought about trying to develop Western rugby. So they thought that we should have a team from Western playing in Kenya Cup. But then since we were as Most, we didn't have that kind of funding to sustain Kenya Cup. Same for Kisumu. So the idea was to have us come as the franchise, the Western Buffaloes franchise, to play in the Kenya Cup. But there was some bit of push and pull there. Eventually, it was decided that the next season for Kisumu to go to Kenya Cup to play as Kisumu, then for us to play as a ESS team for them, so sort of like a second team for them. Also, but then still that would require funding, and by then I think some guys had come together. That is Siganga, there was a Pape Sembi, the likes of Vincent Oduor, Newton Ongalo, that come and thought of an idea to try and find funding for Western Bulls. So they were able to secure funding from Mumias, but then Mumias Sugar couldn't fund a school. So now that's when Western Bulls had to be formed. So that's when Western Bulls was formed. So we were playing. We played for that season. In that season, as the second team for Kisumu. Then I think now in the following season, that's when now we were promoted to Kenya Cup as Western Bulls. So we had now Kisumu and Western Bulls in Kenya Cup. I think before the season that we got promoted to Kenya Cup, we had 4 of us from Western Bulls being called for the trials for sevens. Yes, that was Cyrus Kuya, Bram Shikanda, Ian Mkanzi, and myself. Yeah, called to the trials for Kenya Sevens. Yeah. I think first of all I was confused because by the time I was being called for the trials for Kenya Sevens, I still didn't consider myself a sevens player. But I had played for both Most and Western Bulls in sevens, but I didn't consider myself like a sevens player. So when I was called by Judy, I think I remember I was in my internship at Tanzania Sugar. So she called me and asked me to travel to Nairobi. Was it in a week's time or so for the trials? I thought probably, but then that is when Nani had come next Friday. So in my mind, I thought probably he was just asking to see like players from teams, just to get a feel of how Kenya Rugby is. So I didn't think I was going to contend for a spot in the national team. So in my mind, I just thought, let me go, get to feel how these camps are, and just try to do my best and express myself, so that maybe come next time, when now they are trying to get a team, they can consider me. Yeah, so that's the mindset that I came to the trials with, and it was a little bit. I didn't feel maybe anxious or anything, because in my mind I didn't know I was chasing for a sport. So I just came to enjoy the experience and just try to get the best out of it. But then I knew I had to like play my best and just sort of have myself in the radar of the technical team for maybe future opportunities.
For me, I think Davis has been one of the players that has been playing a very key role at KCB. From the first time Davis stepped in at KCB, his impact was felt from the first time he stepped into the ground to play and put the jersey for KCB. So I think Davis has been a key member of the KCB Rugby Club, and he's played a big role in seeing us win most of the trophies that we've won. I think bringing him from Western Bull was a decision that was made because that is the time we were going through transitions. We needed some guys to cover up for some of our old guys who are retirement. We're going for retirement. So when David came in, he played his role. He was able to uplift the team. He's a very spiritual guy. He was able to bring his kind of game, his ability to lead, his leadership ability. So he was able to play as a leadership. He was able to bring his leadership skills to be able to just raise the standard of where he found KCB and where he left us. Because Davis has played a very major role, and having him in the ground, we always know we had a warrior in him because he's played a big role and he's very talented. He's played just not in KCB, he's presented the country, he's captain the country. So he's a big person to say that he's done his part, he's enjoyed his rugby. I think he's motivated more than many people who are still coming through KCB.
I'm Joy Diana Chenge. I'm the last born in the family of 4, so Davis is our second born, my only brother. He hit during nikiwa high school when he was selected for the Kenya team. I didn't know about it. I was just informed nikiwa shule with one of my former schoolmates, So you know that proud sister moment, because that was during that time when I'll conquer every newspaper. Every time you buy a newspaper, you go to the sports section just to see him, and he can tell you, Mom, alikuwa amesha stock like all the newspapers zenye ziko na picha zake. So it was that proud sister moment, telling people that's my brother. Unaenda una watch news, kimbia to see my brother. So yeah, it was that proud sister moment. Okay, our support majorly was at home, of course. Like watch every game, make sure every time to on the screen watching every game as he plays. So that was majorly our support. Yeah.
The moment I'll never forget about Davis Chenge is when we were playing when I made the debut for the team in Drift to Sevens. We went to play. The team was star-studded, yeah. And funny thing, day 2 we were playing in the ball, and we were there with Davis Chenge, and he was making fun of how the team was star-studded, but the names couldn't match our play, and the teams could fear the names. They had every point to hammer us. That's the moment I'll never forget about Chenge.
First of all, Chenge is my mentor since high school. I first saw him in 2019. Kablas playing against KCB at Showground. That's when I noticed Chenge, then the playing style. So ni mtu amekuwa akinimentor throughout the journey, and nimekuwa nikilook anacheza, nimsee at least anajua kile anafanya, anajua kujiposition ground, and many things nimekuwa nimelearn from him since hata nikuja hapa KCB. Amekuwa ni one of the players nimekuwa nikilook up to. Up to now I'm still looking up to.
KCB ndo alikama up na hiyo nickname yake Thanos. His size yake na how he moves in the rugby pitch, it exemplify hiyo nickname. Mwenyewe ni Thanos because he's a big guy, tall guy, but also reserved and humble. Mse ametulia lakini biggie, so hiyo Thanos ilikuwa worth it for a nickname. As a Kabras fan naweza sema back in the day tukipigwanga na KCB, those are the players wenye amuko mnataka wakue game. You could feel KCB winning the game because of people like Chenge in the forward line, Katlo, Sorano, backline Darwin, OJ. So as I think KCB fans will relate when I say that Chenge is one of the people who wakiwa kwa squad ulikuwa unajua tuko na higher chance ya kupiga Kabras because of his demeanor. Ni msametulia na akokaa mimi akunywi pombe, so tuko sawa hapo. He's an influence to the young guys in the dressing room. Of course, from my previous comments about him, leadership, Chenge retire as a KCB co-captain. So the leadership aspect of the game will be missed, because I'm pretty sure kina Nyambua sahi would have really wanted that calmness in the changing room. Ukue na Chenge, Grifo, Nyambua, Sifuna. Those are the calm heads that you need when things get tough. And also to the younger players who have come through the Simbas kama kina Asati wamewak na Chenge, Simbas na KCB. So huyo ni mtu akiongea kwa changing room, niko very sure players will be the younger players will easily listen to him than au wengine wenye maybe au feel wako na hiyo ubuda.
I played in Istanbul still. But then at the same time, Jerome Pawota, the 15s head coach, had shown a lot of interest in me. He really wanted me to play in the 15s, especially for the World Cup qualifiers. So it happened that around that time, I think, did I get injured? I think I got injured. No, I got injured when I joined KCB. So I went and played. He called me to the team, the 15th team. We were preparing for the qualifiers. Yeah, so I joined the 15th team, and we went for the Vodacom Cup. We stayed there for 2 months, playing against South African sides, which was also a very good exposure for us. Some of those guys, we just watched them on telly, but then playing against them inside the pitch is a totally different thing. We learned a lot of lessons. We got to play and experience a different kind of rugby that really expanded our rugby mindset. So after that, we went for the qualifiers in Madagascar. That's where I earned my first Kenya 15s Cup. So we missed the World Cup by 1 point. So after that, now since I already finished school, and also KCB had earlier shown an interest in me, I thought, why not play for KCB instead of, because initially I would train for sevens in Nairobi, travel on Thursday to go to Kakamega to play for Western Bulls, and then come back the following week on Sunday or Monday. It was a little tiresome for me. My recovery was affected a lot because I really struggled, and now we went back to camp for sevens. So I thought playing in Nairobi in KCB would make it easier for me, because now I would be able to attend the sessions well. So that's how I moved to KCB now in 2015. Yes. For Western Bulls, since it was a young team, the pressure wasn't that much. I think we were just happy to have fun and win games, the ones that we could win, put up a fight, the ones that we lost. But then the pressure wasn't that much. But now coming into KCB, it was a different thing, because we're coming to a team that was used to winning championships. I remember one thing that I always remember when I was still in Western Bulls, playing in the Kabeberi Sevens. I remember watching KCB play, and I don't remember exactly which team they were playing against. And Curtis Olago, the coach at that time, was very furious outside there. He was shouting. He was very angry. But then this guy is already up 47-0. So in my mind, I was wondering, what is the expectation for this side? Because as of now, they hadn't conceded a point the whole leg. They hadn't conceded a point, but the coach was so furious outside there, and he was very strict on them. So I was wondering, for us, we would be happy to be in the same position that they are. The coach would be very happy. Probably will be seated outside there just waiting for the game to end. But here is a coach who was still hard on his team, despite the fact that they had a very good lead against the opponent. So coming into KCB, I was a little bit scared, because some part of me thought that probably the expectation in that team would overwhelm me. But then I remember that I had already overcome a lot of challenges up to where I was then. So I was able to just brace and just go in there and play. I played one game, and then I had been invited, I think in December of that same year. So the season started in around October. I played one game. I think there was probably some issue regarding my transfer or something, so I couldn't play the rest of the games. But then I was called to play. I was called by your Sevens Wanderers to play in the Invitational Dubai Sevens. When I was there, I got a hit on my knee. That sort of destabilized me a bit. So when I came back, I think we were expected to play. The transfer issue had been sorted, so we expected to play against Cabras, and so I was named to start. So at some point while attacking, just got the ball, tried to change direction, and then my knee buckled. So I torn my ACL. Yes. So I was out on injury for the better part of the year. So that is 6 months. So the first season for KCB, I think I only played, let's say 2 games. Yes, I played only 2 games. Yes, so I was out for the year, and now I came back now in for the 2016-2017 season. Yes. First of all, I think KCB did a very good job in supporting me through injury. I was a little bit scared that probably they wouldn't really support me because I hadn't done anything for them really. They had just gotten me as a new player from another club, just played 2 games, maybe I would say 1.5 because I didn't finish the second game. Then here I am injured, and now they're expected to have me get treatment, surgery, and rehab. But then they really supported me. I was had my surgery done. They took me through rehab properly. So I was very eager to come and give back for what they had shown me. So sort of developed some sense of loyalty in me to them. So because they had taken a chance in me, so I felt like it was now my time to give back to the club. So I came back for the 2016-2017 season, very ready to play and give my best. But also that injury period sort of opened me to the fact that initially I thought I was invincible. I thought I couldn't get injured, when William said. So even after graduating, I took a certificate and put it in a cupboard somewhere. Yes, so I thought, yeah, I'm going to play rugby until up to 40 years. Then now probably I start using my degree. Yes. So that injury really opened my eyes, because then I lost my Kenya Sevens contract. Then now with 15s, the contract was short, so it will just be have a contract between May and July, August. That's when the 15th season will end. So really, the contract was short, so that didn't matter to me much. But then now, at that time, I only had now the KCB income, yes, and at that time it wasn't much. So it really opened my eye, because now I realized that if something was to happen to me, such that I couldn't go to the pitch again to play, life would be hard for me. So now that's when I decided, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to now start building my work experience as well, so that I can have these two. I can play rugby, but then not play for survival, played for what it is for me, which is to have fun and be paid for it. But at the same time, have something that I can call work. So during that period of recovery, I got a job. I went and worked in Nakuru during that period, which also helped me because I was able to stay away from rugby for a little bit to allow myself to heal. Because I think it is very hard nursing an injury while seated outside there watching other people play. It does a number on your mind, and also it might make you maybe rush to get back before you properly heal. So going to work in Nakuru really helped me fully recover. So by the time I was coming back now to prepare for Fladies, I was ready to get back. Yes, I would come to Nairobi. I'll try to come at least bi-weekly. I was getting treatment from both the Koli, that is a KCB physio, and also I was getting support also from Lamek. So I would come to see them. They will assess where I was. They will give me new rehab exercises to do. I'll go do them during the 2 weeks, then come back again for the reviews. So that's what I will do. Yes.
Okay, so one thing about my brother kwa nataka kutuambia akiwa na injuries like he's so good at hiding na anakasirika ukiambia like mom, because of course maybe tumewatch the game, amepata injury akiwa field, and then when you tell our mom anakasirika juu hataki, like he didn't want anyone to know. But the major one was yenye alifanyiwa surgery mguu. That time even December he was alone in Nairobi, but we just supported him by being there for him, checking up on him because we were at home and he was in Nairobi during that time. But he was staying with my sister, so my sister was there for him. Ameambiwa mara kadhaa like ameambiwa mara kadhaa like yeah, it's dangerous, but for him, for the love of the game, yeah, he was still there.
Davis Chenge in the locker room is a fun guy. He like making jokes on people and a quiet person when you meet him. And in the game, he is one person who lead from by example. He'll lead from the front. Yeah, he has that leadership mentality. He'll keep pushing you, and yeah, whenever things go haywire, he'll calm the team down.
Because Davis has been a very humble leader. You'd not know Davis as a humble leader. I think his humbleness made people to like him a lot. So liking him and the way he works so hard in the ground has made him to play a very major role in both KCB and the international at the Simbas level. So I think he's somebody who has done great for himself, even for the country.
So to the KCB, to the Simbas, hapo najua at number 8, the whole forward line watamiss a stalwart of the game. Na hata msisahau Chenge alicheza Safari Sevens. I think wase wengi wajui hiyo part. Ilikuwa 2013, alikuwa Western Bulls. So huyo ni an all round bowler.
For motivation ni mse amenimotivate tu from amekuwa kuja ground, na hiyo motivation ya from day to day ni mse yako consistency. So nimekuwa nikicopy nikiadapt from him hiyo consistency ya ground.
It is quite a good experience playing with Davis Chenge all through. I had a short stint with him at the Kenya 15th setup, but I didn't get to know him so well. I had another opportunity to play and share the field with him, share the same jersey at KCB Rugby, all through from 2019 up to date. He's a fantastic human being, a gentle giant, a very resourceful player in the field.
I've refereed Kenya Cup since 2018, and it's been more than 5 years that I've refereed. And one of the players that I've been able to referee and him being a captain of a side was Davis Chenge. While he was playing at KCB, he was a captain, and now he's heading to his retirement. I wish him all the best. I wish him nothing but good health for players playing outside, for players getting health issues outside the playing bracket. I also wish him good prosperity and wish him to come back into this game, either as a referee, either as a coach, or whatever capacity that he may be able to contribute towards this game.
He ilikuwa awarded na Western Bulls, the Moran Award. Nilikuwa nafanya kazi ngumu sana wachezanga rugby. Rugby zote 7s, 10s, 15s, 100% sikuwa natoka sub, so wakanipatia as a sort of warrior award, so Moran Award.
Okay, ndio the highest individual award player anaweza pata Western Bulls?
Not necessarily, but ilikuwa sort of more for recognition as opposed to an award, because kulikuwa na awards top try scorer and stuff. Yeah. Yes. Kuna this one I was awarded equal to recognition as a captain for having led the team against Namibia. That is on August 2018. Nimepatiwa hii. Kuna this one as well. Pia ni captaincy. Hii though nilipatiwa na team of France inaitwa Saint Peter Twisen something. Inafanya hapo ngumu. Tulikuwa tunatumia picha yao prepare for the World Cup qualifiers. So this was also awarded to me by them as a captain for the team. This one is for Kenya Cup 2021 winners. So I have 4 for Kenya Cup, so that is 2021. I have this one for 2019. This one for 2016-2017. Hii ndio ile the year nilitoka after nimetoka injury. Then there's one more. Yeah, Kenya Cup. Yes, this one for 2018. Also hapa hivi kuna this one in ball runners up Scotland in 2013. That's for the sevens. So kuna the captaincy. So there's this one for the Elgon Cup. This 2018 pia we won the Elgon Cup. So I was the captain. This was the Golden Cup. Yeah. So this was the home. Ilikuwa away. Yes, we won both. Balls hizi zilikuwa tu, I think ilikuwa I don't remember where I got this one from, but ilikuwa this one Hong Kong tournament to play against the Four Nations competition, which is against Russia, Chile and Hong Kong. Seventh circuit, kuna hii tulishinda Christie's Kakamega Sevens. This was when Claudia was MVP. I think the other sevens ilikuwa, I think we are going to play against Uganda. Uganda in the Elgon Cup. Yes. That's Isanga and Nambua. Yes. So Isanga was number 8. I was playing 7. And Nambua was 6. Okay. So I played almost every position in the forward. Funny enough tulikuwa na Okombe. So Shiti alikuwa na play, pia alikuwa anacheza prop. So the following game, that's when both of us took switch to back row. You realize hapo mbele hapa si kwetu. Wacha tuachie wenyewe hapo. Yes, before the qualifiers in 2018. Yes.
You are the captain.
Yes. So actually both of them, this one and this one. Some of the medals kuna kuna patiwa so hata nini, hata I think the trophy pia ni inakaa sama kitu kai. So wanakuanga au Maori culture nini. Yeah. Alafu hapa kuna mixture of sevens medals and kuna gold cup and stuff. Rugby nilifanya kuja Rugby mara ya kwanza. Maybe kasi kwa kucheza rugby. Ningekuwa huko Western. Atembea kani nimekunja mguu. Trouser moja nini. Unajua nilifanya kuja Rugby mara ya kwanza. Imenipandisha ndege. I will say the first do yenye nimelipwa, I think the first nilipwa ni off census, nilifanya census before niingie first year. Lakini kutoka hapo kitu kama 80% of pesa nime earn in my life nime earn from rugby. I've gotten to meet a lot of people, network na a lot of people. Some of which probably singe imagine. Nimekuwa probably meet na De Villiers, tumecheza against the likes of Cheslin, tumecheza against Nadolo na hiyo nini Hong Kong Tens, unaona. So rugby imenifungulia opportunities mengi sana, and pia inakushape mindset yako in how you approach things.
So it's left a big mark in the game, and I think David's coming into rugby and playing for both KCB and the national team has impacted so many players who will always follow his footsteps. So I think we've shared a lot of moments with David. Locally, we've won the four cups in the Kenya Cups. We've won more of the enterprises. We've been the national circuit champion in the 7th circuit. So I think the big one for us was when we were in the Simbas. We went for the camp in Romania for 3 months, and then we went to Marseille in France to play the top teams. I think that was a major lesson for some of us. Playing in Marseille was big. We played some big teams. There were a lot of lessons. We didn't win, but the lesson that each individual that was there, from our captain who was David's, there's a lot we learned from going down to Marseille. So I think those lessons are the things that we'll be trying to pass down to the people we found at the club level. So I believe David has done his part. He's passed his knowledge to the young guys.
I might look into coaching kids. I believe probably, like I said earlier, what sometimes differentiates us from some of these international players is not the size. It is not even like how we build. It is how our skill level. So I believe if we were taught like skills early enough at the beginning, so that now we can just grow with the right skill set. When you get to now the elite level, it's much easier for us to be able to play the best rugby, and also makes it easier even for the coaches handling the senior teams to be able to now focus on other things and leave the skills part alone, because now everyone is doing well. Because sometimes we lose games, and when you sit back and look at that footage, you realize that the only thing that made somebody maybe in a situation where they could have passed the ball, tuck it in and carry, denying themselves an opportunity to score, was just because they didn't trust themselves in executing that skill or that pass, or maybe that kick and stuff like that. So if you're able to inculcate that in younger players as early as possible, it will really do a lot in growing the sport of rugby.
Davis Chenge has really inspired my rugby journey, and Davis Chenge was a Kenya 15s rugby captain. I always followed his footsteps with his leadership quality, and I guess being the Kenya 7s captain didn't come by chance. It has been mentored through by the journey of Davis Chenge. Davis Chenge's unique style of play is Davis Chenge is a big guy, and the big guy has big carries, big tackles, big hits, and with the big size of him, you never expect him to have the pace he has, and that's a plus on him, and that's what makes him unique. A big guy with pace and agility.
So on a personal level, me, all I can say about the guy is a cool, calm giant. He's a gentle giant, and I'm happy to have known Chenge, to have seen him play against us and play for us as the Simbas. Yeah.
I remember one incident when we had the Kenya versus, I believe it's Tunisia game. That particular day I was the water boy for the referee, was the day to Al Trainini. And one incident that made even World Rugby give a clarification on the law was his try while he was with Davis, with Onsomu during that 5-meter scrum. I think that has been incredible. Having a Kenyan player put something on the World Rugby to be clarified, that was a major one for me. Also him standing out as a player, as a captain in the national team as well. I've really enjoyed seeing his leadership across the forwards and across the rest of the team. Yeah.
I think Chenge continue kuendelea kumenta wase wengine, then imekuja ni poa kwako. So I think just continue the same way. Usituache saa hii juu you're hanging the boots. As you come out to watch once in a while, come to train na sisi. We need you, we still need you. Yeah, we want to see you around.
As he retires, I know he's going away with a lot of knowledge that can really help the game. I would urge him to be helpful to the game by offering his services on coaching capacities whenever he can. And I'd also urge him to continue being the fantastic human being he is. I think the world needs that a lot more.
Hey, Kenya sidhani kama tumefika hiyo level ya majuu ya kuretire number, but for the years he's given KCB, I think he joined KCB in 2014-15. Hiyo ni a decade of Chenge at KCB, and I'm sure those are 5 Kenya Cup titles. KCB ungekuwa na study, ongeka stand moja, the D Chenge stand, Simbas pale RFU, aside from kuweka stand, wangesema we are playing at RFU, tucheze maybe na UG, Chenge acheze hata kama ni 8 minutes for his number, atoke, the whole crowd him applaud, game stop, players make a tunnel, atoke, we honor a great guy because he's one of the best forwards we've had in rugby. As much as the last 3 seasons or so haven't gone his way trophy wise, he's a great guy and he deserves unaweza sema what send off. He deserves a giant send off. So to KRU, Simbas, KCB, pangeni kitu, hata kama ni Chenge achague opponent wa KCB, hata kama ni Kabras, tucheze exhibition match ya Chenge akijitoa, tucheze na UG in honor of Chenge. That's how I think we can send off the guy.
This Chenge, Captain Kenya, Captain fantastic. Well done and congratulations on this game.
Thank you, thank you.
67-0 against Tunisia, a good score line for you?
Yes, we came into this game looking for the maximum 5 points. We've got the 5 points, we're happy with that.
Anaweza kuambia Buddha, you've served your country well, you've served your club well. Your retirement doesn't mean that umeacha the game. You can still be there, kuja to join fan base. Na pia niko sure KCB as your club will greatly need your wisdom and expertise of the rugby game kwa sidelines. So me personally, I wish you all the best, you and your family, in your retirement. Kula vizuri sasa, no more hits, no more grass burns, no more shoulders sijui menini, sahi tulia, concussions 0, tulia ujibambe, kuja tukunywe Del Monte, tukireminisce all the 8 years you've given to club and country. All the best, D Chenge.
So I'll tell our big leader, our lion-hearted warrior, a very passionate captain, a very passionate player, down-to-earth guy. He's done well for himself. We are proud of what he's achieved. The only thing we can do is wish Davis all the best in his next career and pray that he's also successful in whatever he's going to touch. May God always bless him and keep him safe.
Okay, my message to him is thank you so much for entertaining us on and off the pitch. We are so proud of him because, yeah, like being there, seeing him train every day and still working at the same time, waking up early just to go for training and going to work again, coming back to training and work, you know, it's too much. Considering I'm a person who works now, I know how draining it is just working the whole day and coming to work, but yeah, going extra mile. We're so proud of him. And it's a sad moment, like it was a sad moment Aksamana retire, because now you know if that feeling of being...
Did you cry?
No, I was prepared because he had mentioned, but you see that knowing utakuwa unaenda watch game, yeah, but it's not in the field, you know, that proud moment when you're cheering for your brother in the field and all that, and telling people that's my brother when he's playing. I know we're not going to have that, but you're so proud of him. And we can't be mean, want kutaka stretch, yet the body has refused. We continue, we say thank you for the beautiful moments, the beautiful game. We'll be seated at the bench together to cheer the rest of the team. Yeah.
I would say, first of all, be ready for hard work. Nothing comes easy. Understand what you want. If you know you have a target, say you want to play for a national team, find out what you need to do to get there, and then consistently work towards it. For some people, it happens in a week. For some, it takes years. But I always believe that as long as you don't stop working towards your goal, you'll eventually get where you want. So just be ready to work hard and set the goals for yourself. And just keep working towards your goal. You will get there.